Welcome to Narcissism Freedom. This space exists for those who have felt unseen, unheard, and silenced by emotional manipulation. If you've been navigating the complex aftermath of narcissistic abuse, know this: your healing journey is sacred, and it begins here. Whether you've just gone no contact or you're years into recovery and still searching for clarity, this episode is for you. There was a time when confusion masked clarity, when gaslighting made you question your own soul. Narcissistic abuse doesn't just break hearts. It fractures reality. It erodes your sense of self, slowly, silently, and strategically. But pain is not weakness. It's proof that your heart remained intact through storms designed to destroy it. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of self-doubt carries wisdom. You were never broken. You were misled. You were never too sensitive. You were spiritually awake in an environment that denied truth. I know this not just because I've studied it, but because I've lived it. I've seen how shame tries to rewrite your story. I've felt the weight of pretending I was okay when I was barely functioning. But here's the truth: you are not defined by the harm done to you. You are defined by your decision to reclaim your light. That decision doesn't have to be loud or public. Sometimes it begins in private, in the quiet hours of the night, when you finally whisper, "I'm ready to heal." This episode is about that decision, the first shift from pain into power. And it's not a single step. It's a series of sacred moments where you choose yourself, where you pause, breathe, and say, "I deserve peace." Even if your voice shakes, even if no one claps, even if the people who hurt you never apologize. You choosing yourself is not selfish. It's survival. It's spiritual alignment. In this episode, we'll walk through key shifts in the healing process, starting with naming what happened. Not minimizing it, not excusing it, naming it. You may have been lied to, triangulated, discarded, idealized, and devalued in cycles so dizzying that your nervous system forgot how to feel safe. But now you remember. Naming the abuse is the first form of freedom. Next comes boundary setting, not just with others, but with your old self. The part of you that tolerated mistreatment to keep the peace. The part of you that stayed silent to avoid conflict. You don't have to be that version of yourself anymore. As Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." You are not alone. God saw what happened behind closed doors. God sees your quiet victories now. Empowerment doesn't come all at once. Sometimes it feels like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's okay. That's still movement. One practical tool that helps is creating a truth file. Start writing down what you know to be true, not what the narcissist wanted you to believe. Write out the gaslighting moments, the contradictions, the things that never made sense. As you gather truth, you gather strength. Your mind begins to unhook from the confusion. From a practical perspective, empowerment looks like tracking emotional triggers, keeping a journal of patterns, and limiting access to people who drain you. But it also means listening to your intuition, trusting your gut when something feels off. That inner knowing is sacred. The narcissist trained you to override it. Recovery invites you to restore it. You'll also hear affirmations throughout this journey, truths designed to rewire the narrative and speak directly to your soul. I am worthy of peace. I am allowed to choose myself. My healing is my homecoming. My silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. Empowerment also comes when you reconnect with joy. It may feel foreign after abuse, but joy is your birthright. Try one small thing that nourishes you: walks in nature, prayer journaling, soulful music, even silence. Not to prove you're healed, but to remember that you're still here. Still soft, still sacred. As Proverbs 4 verse 23 reminds us, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. As you begin to guard your heart, not in fear, but in wisdom, you start to build new habits of self-respect. You begin to trust that your boundaries are not barriers, but bridges to freedom. What once felt impossible, peace, rest, clarity, now starts to return in quiet waves. Divine timing is part of this too. If you're watching this now, it's not random. You were guided here. That means the next chapter is opening, and your readiness is your permission slip. It means that spiritually something in you is rising, and it's not asking for permission anymore. Let go of needing closure from the narcissist. They won't give it, because accountability threatens the false self they built. Your closure is this moment. Your healing doesn't require their apology. It begins with your clarity. As you continue this series, remember, this is a 5-part journey. A soul-led path of recovery designed to honor your story and restore your strength. In the next episode, we'll expose the tactics narcissists use to hijack your self-worth and how truth dismantles control. Until then, breathe in your brilliance. Comment your story if you feel led, or simply receive this moment in stillness. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you'd like to support the growth of this channel, the details are in the description below. This isn't just recovery. This is rebirth. You are already healing because you are seeking truth. And with every step you take towards self-honor, you light the path for someone else. Stay tuned for episode 2, How Narcissists Hijack Self-Worth. Together, we'll continue reclaiming what was stolen, one truth at a time.